Welcome back to WRPB and WRPB Studios. I'm here with Susie from Helping People Succeed in
It's
Martin County
it's and St. Lucie and
and,
Indian River and Okeechobee.
and everywhere else in between.
Exactly.
Fantastic. Thanks for being here, Susie.
Thanks so much for asking us.
We have so many kids in the community that look for help, and even people with disabilities. Tell me how Helping People Succeed works with that and gives them the opportunity to be seen in the community instead of just somebody off on the side.
I will gladly do that. One of the major, one of our mission is our name, Helping People Succeed, and our goal is to help everybody be a part of, not apart from, their communities. So when you look at people who have pretty significant disabilities, they've been apart from the community for the majority of their lives. By us helping them gain the skills, behaviors, and attitudes to work, they're now just like the rest of us. They're working, earning a living, and living, going to movies, going shopping, having friends, things that they did not grow up with. So around town, you will see a number of people who work in many different jobs who have pretty noticeable disabilities. But what you'll find is they're more than welcome to say hello to you, to ask you how you are, and to take care of whatever service you need while you're there, whether it's in a shopping center, whether it's at the clerk of the court's office, no matter where it is. We help people succeed, becoming working, productive, tax-paying citizens.
That's great. You know, you talk about having the ability to put these people to work. Do you provide coaching?
Mm-hmm.
Do you do things internally with them to get them ready for something like that?
We do kind of whatever it takes. What we find is the best way to help somebody with a disability find a job is actually on the job, because a lot of times skills don't transfer. What you might learn to do, let's say at home or in a teaching facility, doesn't translate when you go into the quote real world. And so we do a lot of training right on the job. We have job coaches, we call them employment specialists to make it sound a little fancier. And then we actually, with our program, we provide retention services. So once a person is placed, if there are issues, if they need retraining, if they need more training, we're there. And as a result of those retention services, we're able to help people move up from maybe just bagging groceries and help take them out to actually stocking the shelves to working as a checkout person. So our goal is not just to place somebody and leave them, but to place someone and help them have a career, just like the rest of us. We all had those first-time jobs.
Right?
I'm glad I'm not still in my first-time job. So,
Absolutely.
so that's kind of the approach we take with the adults we serve who have disabilities.
That's great.
So
So you brought a few things with you today. You
I
brought
did.
one of your calendars with you. Tell me a little bit about that.
I'll tell you about the calendar. We have been doing the Art for Living calendar for the last 22 years. It's a juried art process, and I happen to bring you a signed one that, like I told you, will pay worth millions of dollars down the road. But it's a juried art process, and we sell it. We've sold it for the same price for $20 for all those 22 years. And it's a staple, and you'll walk into doctor's offices, all that, and you see them. But the best news is the proceeds go directly back into our programs. They'll help either with our children's programs, they'll help with buying some of the other things that I've brought to show you. And so it's a way for us to get our name out. And the art world in our counties, in Martin, St. Lucie especially, but also Indian River and Okeechobee, art is important to people. And so on every page, as you look through the calendar, on every page you'll see something about our organization. And so what it does is it produces a beautiful calendar and information so that people, whether they wanted to learn about us or not, they will as they turn the pages of the calendar. So it's a very exciting piece.
So you talked a little bit about helping those with disabilities, but you work with some children programs as well.
We have some wonderful children's programs. We do a, excuse me, what's called the BRAIN program, Building Readiness Among Infants Now. It's a program that we've been providing for over 20 years, and it's a program where we have a staff member who goes into the home of a newborn. Now, it's all voluntary, but in the first 2 weeks, one of the hospitals that we work with will go in and do a well baby visit. And then by 2 months, we're going in to do what we call our brain visit. And for those of us that have had children and remember that day that we brought them home and go, oh my God, what have I done? You know, this poor child. This is a program to kind of help. The hospital goes in with, is everything going all right with the wellness piece? We go in and say, hey, here are the things will help your baby grow. Starts out with a letter from the superintendent of schools saying, congratulations on your baby. Welcome to the class of 2038, which is like, the parents just kind of go, oh my gosh. But it gives you the time frame. And there's all kinds of things in it. I showed there's a toy. Sit on the floor and play with your baby. That's bonding. We have a little book that is very, let's say that you're a parent who's illiterate and you can't read, but you can show the pictures and talk about the pictures. Because what the baby needs is that early literacy, that early education, so that they can learn from you from the very first. There's all kinds of research, and I can't go deep with that. There's all kinds of research that shows that if connections aren't made in the brain from the very start, in many cases they're never made. And so we go in, we probably see 3,000 children a year. It's a one-time visit unless they need other things, and then we keep up with them with what's called the Ages and Stages questionnaire. So it's a great program. Our other program that we're quite proud of with children, and this is school age to graduation, are children who have either mental health or behavioral needs. And what we found, especially during the pandemic, is that children that have those issues have gone through some really, really difficult times. Mm-hmm. When it first started, we couldn't go into homes. When the pandemic first started, we could only use virtual platforms to work. So you've got a family that has a child that is somewhat out of control because they're not in school, everything's changed. One or both of the parents have been laid off, and you've got 3 other kids in the house, and you're supposed to be teaching them. So what we've been able to do through our program is not only help that child and that family, but if there's a place, if they need food, if they need other things, we've been kind of that pivotal point for that family to be able to get what they need in order to remain stable through this period of time.
So you're a resource center to the entire family, not just the
Not
child
just
or
the child, right. Now that school's people have gone back to school and people are kind of back in different areas, we're still working a lot virtually, but we are going into schools and, in some cases, life for the children is getting back to normal, whatever normal's going to be.
Sure.
They're going back to
Sure.
school. So it's been a very difficult time for the families that we serve.
Tell me, do you work with any programs, any health insurance programs, anything like that, to try to subsidize what you're doing?
Our funding, you're asking me pretty much about our
Right.
funding primarily comes from state and federal and local dollars. The Children's Services Council funds of Martin and St. Lucie counties, funds a lot of what I was talking about with both the BRAIN program, look at our website. I know we're going to have that up there. We run 26 different programs with 28 different funding sources. So when I told you I needed 2 hours, I was kind of serious.
Yeah.
But we work with the Children's Services Council in Martin, St. Lucie, and Okeechobee. We work with vocational rehabilitation. We work with the Department of Education. We work with the Agency for Persons with Disabilities. We work with a number of both, like I say, state, federal, and local sources. We also have a lot of philanthropic help. We have, a number of donors who really, really believe in what we do and are really, really, will actually call us and say, how can we help?
That's great.
And that has really been kind of a godsend, if you will, over the past year, because it's been a difficult year for funding as well.
So you said that the people that go into the homes of these families are
Mm-hmm.
volunteers.
No, no, they're paid staff.
They're paid staff.
They're paid staff. The majority of in the mental health program, all of the folks either have to have bachelor's or master's degrees, and our therapists have to be licensed. So in that area and our other children's area, they have to have background degrees in early childhood education or special education or something like that. We have our Healthy Families programs, which is a prevention of abuse and neglect. That's a program where you have to have a high school degree and some experience, and the same with our adults with disabilities. We have a lot of volunteers who come in and work with us. I think last count we had almost 90 volunteers.
Wow.
And they come in and they will help in a variety of ways, all the way from administrative to going on field trips, if we go on a field trip with us. We're right now running 2 summer camps in St. Lucie County. And they're therapeutic summer camps. They're for children who wouldn't necessarily be able to go to a regular or typical camp. So we're working with them, and we have volunteers who will help us so that we can, so that we can take 10 or 20 people and know that everybody's safe because we have enough people working, with them.
Sure.
We do a variety of programs.
That's great. Now, it was a difficult time for a lot of people not long ago.
Mm-hmm. Still is.
Do you offer resources like assisting families find food banks and healthcare or anything along that line
Yes.
that they might need?
Yes, we've helped, and especially in our Healthy Families program, which is a program to prevent abuse and neglect. We've worked with food, we've worked with all the way from helping them find childcare if they need it, helping them get other services. We believe that a family should have as many services as possible to help them become whole again. So we've actually worked with referring people to CareerSource or to another, or our own organization to help with finding a job. So we kind of are that family assistance program where we can help them get what they need in order to continue on.
How long has the organization been around?
It was founded in March of 1964. And at that point, it was called, I wasn't there then, no.
No.
It was called Pioneer Occupational Center for the Handicapped. And while we wouldn't do anything today like we did in 1964, it was called Pioneer, which is looking forward, moving forward, looking for new ways. And I think that's the thread and the stream that runs through our programs, is that we are always trying to help people be the best that they can be. And these are people that typically you haven't necessarily seen in the mainstream of life.
I loved when we were talking before the segment started about you saying giving people the opportunity who are left out to be part of
A part of,
community.
not apart from. And that's exactly, we do in April, we do a program called April Showers. And throughout businesses in the counties that we serve, we have gift wrapped boxes, like baby shower boxes. And people come in and they give us diapers and they give us clothes. And it's amazing. People will see the box, read about it, go back out and buy something and take it back. And what we end up with is probably $25,000 to $30,000 worth of children's clothes and diapers. When you think about people that are in those situations of not belonging to the community, they don't have showers. We saw a family where they had on paper towels and a bag, a shopping bag, because
Wow.
they didn't have diapers. So our goal is for that program is we are able to give those families brand new items that fit their child, that help that child start out being like everyone else.
That's great. Susie, tell people how they can reach you if they would like to help and be part of the organization.
We are always looking for board members, volunteers. If you're looking for a job, look at our website. They can call me actually directly at 772-320-0777. Our website is hpsfl.org. I didn't even tell you, we have a staff of 135, and we serve about 8,000 people a year in the 4 counties, and our budget is just under $6 million. So we think we're big,
Well, sure.
but we have positions open. We love volunteers. We're always looking for people to help us run, not run the organ, not micromanage, but to help us keep the organization moving forward.
Susie,
So that's us in a
that's
nutshell.
fantastic. Thank you for the work that you do. Thank you for helping people succeed. Susie, it's been a pleasure to have you here. We'll be back in just a minute.
Thank you so much.